Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video. So we just had the Red and Dead discount shed event go live in game, and dude, this has been a massive W event for the entire community. It's very good and free to play player friendly, which is exceptional. Love to see that. My free to play account right now, I'm on it right now, and loving it from this account, from this perspective. It's amazing. So in this video, I'm going to be going over, everything you need to know for this event, the max amount of pulleys that you can get for a free-to-play perspective. I'll put that up on screen right here. Just had it on the quick draw for the stream. And so, unfortunately for me, for this account, I never did any of the daily super event milestones that had the pool shields, and those are gone now. That is intentional. There's only supposed to be a max of 420,000 pool shields available from that daily super event with a Thunderbolt theme, so that's done now. So I completely missed out on that account. I missed out on that on this account, so I won't be able to achieve the 1.5 million pulleys. We just have to minus 420,000 from that, and I can still get quite a bit. So there is 600,000 for logging in during the event to receive a free gift of pool shields. So the first 200,000 you should get just the moment you open your game, but then the other 400,000 is over here on the web store. So what you're going to want to do, I waited to claim this so I could do it in the video for you guys. Scroll down, and right next to the Allfather Odin, you'll see the shiny platinum gift. So this guy is free, and it's going to give you the other 400,000 pool shields. That plus 200,000 that you get for logging in is going to equal this 600,000 up there. So we're going to go ahead and get this right now. Get free. Okay. And then we're going to go back in game. And then we should just have to hit home. And boom, there we go. So we claim this little treasure chest. And we get the Valiant 400,000 pool shields. And we also get a nice piece of the 7-star platinum pool. So boom, that puts me to over 1 million pool shields completely for free on this account, and it didn't take me that long. So where did I get the rest of those pool shields from? So again, let's pop this open real quick. So we got the first 600,000. Then the next, there's 440,000. So we also picked up all of that. So that's Fight for Deadpool's Amusement in the solo event milestone. So there's 2 solo events that have spawned now with this event. There's the pool shield tracker, which is just tracking your spending of those pool shields. And if you spend 15 million of them, you can get a 7-star Red Guardian. I'm not going to be doing that, especially not on this account. But this event here is for everyone. This is pretty much the first thing that you want to do. So all you need to do is use, Mercenary, Thunderbolt, Champion, Deadpool, whatever. Just go do fights. The quickest and easiest way to do this, in my opinion, is just to go into the first quest of Road to the Labyrinth and just do that about like 5 times. Bring in a Bullseye or bring in a red suit Deadpool, and that is going to get you a lot of points per fight. And then just do that again like 5 times. Turn on auto fight, and then that is going to complete this event for you, which it's exactly what I did on stream. That gets us the 440,000. And there's also some nice goodies in here. Not only are you getting pool shields, you're getting some 7-star shards. There's also some relic shards, which isn't that big of a deal. But the final one here is a free 5,000 Titan shards, which is pretty incredible. So that's pretty fire. Make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're getting all those free pulleys. So that is how I have gotten to over 1 million pool shields. Now I did spend, I think, 10,000 worth just to buy a little bit of ISO. And speaking of ISO, we're going to be going over those deals. For this account, like I said, we got 1 million pool shields ready. I'm not too sure what I'm going to be buying on this account. Let me log into the main account, get on there, and then we'll be back to talk about some value. Alright guys, we are back now, logged in on the main, and I also have my free gift to claim here. So we're going to do that. Boom. All right. I'll take another 400,000 pool shields. Very nice. And we'll take another missing piece. So on this account now, you can see I have 1.2 million pool shields currently. And I still have yet to claim this deal here. I was going to say, wait, I should have more pool shields than this. And this is why right here, I was just waiting to claim that final milestone. Once again, highlight the 5K free Titan shards. Really, really like that. And so now I'm sitting at, you know, this is what you should be at, you know, if you're just completely free to play and attempting to get the max amount of pool shields. You should be at 1,460,000. Now, that is not our max. You know, our max is 1,570,000. So where are those last 110,000 pool shields? Well, you'll see in the final one here, it says web store track early milestones 110,000 pool shields. So essentially, what that means is the way to get the last bit of those pool shields is by, you know, logging in every day and picking up the free market points here to get started on the track. So that should, in theory, get us those initial 110,000, which, yeah, would just be the first 2 milestones here. Once you get both of those, once you get enough points for those, that should be the final 110,000 points on this little graphic, equating to 1.57 million pool shields for completely free. So now, what are we spending them on? And now that I'm also open to spending again, now that Battlegrounds has finally is on the mend, what does that mean for me? What am I going to be buying for this event? And I'm really not too intrigued by the deals for money here. Maybe one Odin. That's probably going to really be it. Like one Odin, then spend the pool shields in the next video. That's probably what's going to happen. I definitely don't feel like going crazy. Just ease back into the spending. One Odin, I think would be plenty. And so, you know, why is this event good? Now, the big thing, the biggest of things, what makes this event maybe one of the best free-to-play events ever is they brought back this deal, which we saw last year. Shout out to Brian Grant. He made a great video on this last year. And that's also what spawned my free-to-play account like Spiker last year, was this event, and specifically this deal. Now, Brian made a video last year saying basically if you maxed out this event, you could basically have enough gold for the rest of your time playing this game. And I think that is absolutely true today if you want to do that route again. 99 of these is less than 1/3 of the total amount of free pool shields available. And, you know, with each of these purchases, you're getting 10 ISO bricks. You sell those for gold, you'll never have to worry about gold again. So that is absolutely something you can do. But that's not what makes this so crazy. What makes this so crazy is this one deal right here, the Picky Picker Selector. So this is coming in at 1.25 million pool shields. Again, well within what is attainable for a free-to-play player. And with this deal right here, guys, there are 3 separate pools to choose from of straight-up 7-star champion selectors. The first pool, you know, was our banquet champions that just got buffed. Sentry, Deadpool, Sentinel, Black Panther, Medusa, Purgatory. There's no other way to get these champions in game right now. So if you missed out on any one of these and you really want them, boom, total free avenue to go for that. There's also the 7-star launch pool selector. So if there's any champion from the original 7-star pool that you've just been trying so hard to get and been unable to, you can totally take this route to get them. Now again, neither of these two things are like that crazy. Neither of them make this, you know, the greatest free-to-play event of all time. But this deal right here, the third bundle, is every 7-star champion released in the contest in 2023. You know, who came out in 2022? There's some good champions in here, you know, like Photon, Werewolf, Kushala. But then there's this guy that ended the year on like the biggest banger ever, freaking Onslaught. So guys, I kid you not, it is completely possible for a free-to-play player to get their first ever 7-star Onslaught. No RNG involved. Just do the event, get your pool shields, and go ahead and pick up your 7-star Onslaught. This is game-changing, bro. Like, the best champion in the game is free for this event. That is insane. That alone makes this event one of the greatest events ever, in my opinion. The fact that there is a free 7-star Onslaught here up for grabs. That's too crazy. So I think that has some of the best value in this entire event. But then, of course, what if you already have 7-star Onslaught? A lot of us already do. And probably, have him up at maybe a rank 4 level as well. So if that's the case, well, what is going to be the best value? So let's break it down here, man, because it really depends what you want, what your account currently requires. So there is a lot of tier 7 basics. So if your goal right now is to just get as many rank 4s as possible, that's not a bad idea. You're definitely going to be wanting to stick to the tier 7 basic bundles. Now, which one is best? There's one here for half of a tier 7 basic for 1.3 million pool shields. Then there's also this deal here for a full tier 7 basic catalyst for about 400,000 pool shields more, but you're getting a full catalyst, double the amount. So I think if you're after, again, the most rank 4s, this is going to be the go-to deal. 1.7 million pool shield for one full tier 7 basic, but that's not to say there isn't more tier 7 basic. There's still 2 other deals with tier 7 basic as well. So we have this one for 1.4 million, opposed to this one again is 1.3, and there is a step up in the tier 7 basic. So here there's 31,500. Here there is 47,250. But, you are trading off here. It's only 7,500 7-star shards, opposed to a full 7-star class crystal. Now, it's not a Nexus class crystal. It's only a Nexus in the fact that you get to choose which class of 7-star crystal you're opening. It's not going to be 3 options, in that class. So don't get confused. But yeah, I think the best value probably just be going for this one, getting the tier 4 alpha catalysts as well. But this one is definitely not bad, especially if you have a lot of pool shields, especially if you're spending some good amount of money on the event to get more pool shields. Then you're probably going to want to double dip on this guy and this guy. Again, if your focus is just the max amount of 7-star rank 4s. There is also this deal here with about 7,875 for 350,000 pool shields. You can max that up to 4 times, which that would be about 30,000 for 1.4, which is essentially just what that is. But here the difference is you're getting some Valiant Nexus crystals. So if you're after rank 4s, any of those deals are any of those 4 deals that contain tier 7 basic is going to be what you're after. Now, if you're not after rank 4s, or maybe you want a little bit of tier 7 basic and maybe you want something else, there's definitely some other good avenues as well. Here we have a Titan Nexus crystal for 1.25 million. You can also pick up 2 of these. So I think this is absolutely a pretty good deal, especially if your intent is to save this for the Titan Crystal reset, because you can absolutely pick this up and then wait 45 days. Not everyone wants to wait, but the next Titan Crystal, I think, is going to be one of the biggest and maybe greatest updates to it ever. The crystal is going to be in such a good state. We're going to be getting Jean Grey, Bastion, Gallon, Spider-Woman. I think Yelena is our next champion for May, and she is undoubtedly going to be skill. And then I think on the lore corner they said it was a skill and a mutant coming in May. So it could also have a mutant in the Titan. It could be Cyclops as well. Buff Cyclops could be that last spot. So either way, though, the next Titan is going to be such a big update. So, I'm personally a little bit tempted to just grab this Nexus and hold it. It is a long time to hold on to it, but it's definitely not a bad idea. And again, you can pick up a max of 2 of those. There's also some relic bundles. You know, maybe if you're really focused on prestige, this is not a bad idea for mainly the Sig Stones, but it is, you know, 1 million for 2 of them. Also getting some 6-star Nexus relics if there's a 6-star relic you're really hunting. Then there's this deal here, which is another 1.25 million. And this guy is another selector. This has the pools for the Loyalty Crystal, the Incursion Crystal, the Gifted Guardian Crystals, and the 7-star Reunion Crystal pool. So if you're after any one of these specific champions, for me, this one, again, is also slightly tempting because there is a champion in here that I've been hunting and unable to pull, and that is Void. I don't have Void. It'd be pretty cool to get him. But there is one other thing to keep in mind with the introduction of the brand new Radiant store coming in with the Battlegrounds buff for next season. There will be, I believe, purchasable loyalty and incursion crystals there. So that is another way we could acquire these champions, but still, just being able to try to pick a Void here, I'm definitely a little tempted to do that. So there's still a couple other little deals we didn't talk about. This is a pretty decent deal right here. It's 500,000 pool shields for a straight up generic 2 to 3 gem and 10 sigs. Pretty good value, and it's not that expensive. It's definitely a great deal. This deal, it's a generic 1 to 2 gem for 200,000. Again, it's pretty cheap, and you're getting a superior tier 6 class ISO. So this is 100 bricks of your choice. Not bad. Not a bad deal, and pretty cheap. So that's definitely some decent value. This one, man, is really expensive. I feel like 900,000 pool shields for only half of a 7-star Awakening gem crystal. I feel like they should have sold this in some lower denominations. You know, maybe just like a 500 or a 1,000 or a 1,500 7-star Awakening gem shard deal. Because I know a lot of people only need like 500 or 1,000 or 1,500, you know. So I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this one's pretty steep. And I'm all for Awakening gems. I like Awakening gems, but I just feel like this one's really steep. So I'm going to be steering clear of that deal. And then we just have 2 other deals to talk about here. And this one's, again, some really good value. Valiant Bundle 2 here. It's only 250,000, and it's just chocked full of Catalyst goodness. A lot of Tier 6, Tier 3 basic stuff for selectors of the class, and then 2 Tier 4 Alpha Catalysts. So this is definitely, you know, a pretty decent deal, for sure. Not a bad deal, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, it is half the price of this, whereas this, you know, contains 3 Tier 4 Alphas technically. Here it's half the price. You're getting 2 full ones. Yeah, like, this is a really good bundle. I'm probably going to be picking up at least 1, if not more, of this on Leg Spiker. And then the last deal here is just a shard deal. So it's 450,000, but 10k Titan shards, 3k 7-star shards, and again, that's superior ISO. So I would say really the only bad deals here, I feel like this is a pretty bad deal. You know, it's just really expensive. I'd say that's a bad deal. It's really the main one. I'd say steer clear of that. The rest, depending on your needs, are all pretty good value. And then there's also a little bit more we didn't talk about here. We have just some 7-star shards. I don't think this is the best value. I probably wouldn't buy that. Some Ascension Dust, which is actually pretty good value here. You could ascend a bunch of 6 stars if that's what you want to do with this. Not a terrible idea. And then again, if you just have anything left over here, I think this is the place to go. Get your ISO, get your gold. So yeah, guys, that is the entirety of the Red and Dead's discount shed. Fully explained how to max out on the poolies from a free-to-play perspective. What I think about all the deals, each individual one for units, the money deals, everything, all the free stuff, the free gift. There is no promo code as far as I know, just the free gift. And again, the max amount of poolies you're going to be able to acquire is 1,570,000. That is going to go ahead and do it for this video, guys. I will have another video probably dropping tomorrow, picking up maybe like an Odin and maybe opening a crystal or 2, picking up some of these deals, figuring out what I really want to do. If I want to focus on getting rank 4s or maybe saving the Titan shards, haven't fully made up my mind. We'll have to wait for the video tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this event, what you ended up picking up, if you opened up any crystals, if you did any rank ups. Let me know the progression you just made on your account, and give this event an overall rating out of 10. What do you think? If I had to give it an overall rating out of 10, I would probably say like an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. I think they really knocked it out of the park, especially on the free-to-play perspective. So, yeah, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. Thank you so much for watching. All love and support. You guys are the best. Peace.